Previously on Of Swords and Spurs.
Silver Spur Homestead, owner friendly with Orem Dominion. Horses are bred here, but valuable stallions. Rumors of hidden strongbox inside. The governor says, we got ourselves a rustler. He's not too terribly far away, but would y'all be interested in collecting a $1,000 bounty on Mr. Jamie Granger for me?
Sure.
He got waste and veil syndrome. You're dying.
You owe me an explanation. What's wrong with you?
Everyone from your gang's stuff is here and noted, but there's one who is not present at all. A gang member named Gustash Gorocha.
It definitely seems like he did this.
We go after one of these ranches that we can try and get in and sneak around.
Who wants to open the chests?
Open them all.
You notice that they have eyes.
They're all mimics.
Mimics.
Oh my god.
Savannah, this thing whips Jake with its tongue and swallows him whole, and you hear him thump inside the chest amongst a mixture of coins.
Okay.
Around the corner with wagons and mounted cavalry come Frank and Jake sitting on one of the horses who's holding the reins. And Frank goes, come on, let's get the squeak diddly fuck out of here.
They've been paying 5% for protection, and they just got absolutely clapped.
Can we steal their horses?
Absolutely. The Dustfang Gang is back, right?
Of swords and spurs, when the sand is dry and the sun's a curse, things are only getting worse in the land of swords and spurs. It's dust fangs and roving gangs, it's dangerous to cut your bangs, 'cause bangs out west mean bullets on the way. Against goblins, curs, and carnivores, you shootists don't use silencers, 'cause graves ain't silent when the monsters play. They tear up the rules they write, they punctuate with dynamite. They're swordy and they're spurry, getting hairy, better hurry in a flurry. Our swords and spurs.
Back in business. We are going to have you guys roll. Finn, I'm going to start with you. I need you to make an investigation check for me.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 13 plus 5 is 18.
All right. Mr. Henderson, I need you to make a persuasion check for me for a DC of 15.
Oh, fuck.
I think I did
Let's
it.
go.
He's got the riz.
Look at you guys. Okay.
Dude, you have a fucking plus 10 to persuasion?
Yep.
What are you running? What class are you?
I'm a bard.
Oh, never mind.
Let's see if we can keep the ball rolling. Silas, I need you to make a DC 4 intimidation check for me.
Oh my god, please. Please.
Hey, okay. Savannah needs to make me a DC 8 animal handling check.
Hold on, I have so many tabs.
Oh, let's go.
All right.
What are we investigating, persuading, and intimidating that involves an animal?
We're trying to convince a horse to let him ride us. Or let us ride him.
No, what you first said was funnier.
I was going to say, whoa, right us.
Just let us have this. All right, Sebastian, it's all down to you. I need you to make a DC 13 investigation check for me.
Let's go.
It's always the last one, isn't it?
See, I was using reverse psychology.
Smashed it.
All right, so you've been busy. After a messy but effective and most of all successful heist on Silver Spur Homestead, the Dustfang Gang has been up to old tricks. You've made off with pockets weighed down by gold, several finely bred horses and bonds worth a cool copper. After you eluded the ranch and its surrounding area, and discovered from interrogating the woman of the ranch to learn that she did not know where the aether crystals or your equipment was, that it had been moved, you decided it was time to get to work. Now, selling stolen horses is not an easy feat, and in order for it to make any profit, you gotta know what you're doing. But that's nothing new to the Dustfang. Finn, uses his intelligence and knowledge of documentation to create forged ownership papers for the stolen horses, making them easier to sell. He carefully studies real ownership papers, notes the signatures, the official seals, the precise wording used in legal documents, and with steady hands and a keen eye, he replicates every detail, ensuring that the forgeries are indistinguishable from the real thing. When the time comes to sell, the buyer barely gives the papers a second glance before nodding in approval. Everything looks in order. Pleasure doing business. Mr. Henderson sweet talks potential buyers, convincing them that they are getting the best deal possible while avoiding suspicion. He flashes a winning grin, his voice smooth as silk. He spins a tale about the horses. They're strong, well-bred, and a steal at this price. He throws in just enough charm to keep the buyers engaged, but dodging any questions that kind of dig too deep. The buyers chuckle, they relax, they eat up the performance, their doubts slipping away, and by the time the deal is struck, they walk away thinking they pulled one over on him, convinced they just got the best deal in town. If someone gets suspicious or refuses to pay, though, well, Silas applies a little pressure, ensuring the gang doesn't get cheated. He keeps his cool, tilts his hat back, leans in just enough to make the buyer feel the weight of his presence. His voice stays calm, measured, but there's an edge to it. Buyer hesitates, glancing at his steady hand resting near his revolver, a bead of sweat rolling down his temple before he forces a grin and nods. You're right. Fine horses. Here's your price. Meanwhile, while the gang waits for the right time to sell, Savannah tends to the stolen horses, keeping them well-fed, presentable. Savannah moves through the makeshift stable with ease, brushing down the horses, checking their hooves, making sure they're well-fed, looking their best. She knows a sleek coat and a well-groomed mane can turn a decent sale into a great sale. By the time she's done, the stolen horses look healthier and stronger than when you first took them. And by the time the buyers arrive, they see nothing but fine, well-cared-for animals. A damn fine condition. Looks like they've been raised right. While this is all going on, you guys are kind of staying on the move. Sebastian ensures that wherever you guys rest, it's well hidden, secure from rival gangs or any Dominion officers that might be out looking for you. He takes his time scouting the perfect spot, choosing a secluded location with natural cover, multiple escape routes, no obvious sign of past inhabitants. He checks for fresh tracks, animal dens, any signs that someone else might be using the area, ensuring that there are no unwanted visitors coming poking around. As you guys settle in, fire stays low and hidden. The horses are tied up where they won't give them away, and every angle is accounted for. Night passes without a single disturbance. You sleep a little bit easier knowing that no one's going to be finding you tonight. Meanwhile, Frank has poked around finding a buyer for the bonds that you guys stole and the aether crystals and still has turned up no results. But he has learned from some less than reputable sources about a fence named Sliptail, but he hasn't gotten any more details other than that. Because of this, the party has in total managed to sell the horses for a grand total of 750 gold, which distributed amongst the 5 of you is 150 per player.
All right.
I would give my 150 to Sebastian.
Okay.
I just keep 10 of it.
You guys have taken this time to rest, get your bearings. You've been spending your downtime drinking, gambling, boasting, and arguing around the campfire, practicing music, racing horses, maintaining gear. Maybe the occasional robbery here and there, but most travelers ain't got a pot to piss in nor a window to throw it out of. You've also spent time making graves. Carefully, you return to the trackside of the failed robbery to recover the scant few bodies the Dominion neglected to collect. You fashion trinkets and symbols of the divine judge for the religious amongst them, and meaningful headstones for the rest. Each night that goes by is not without the occasional sleepless hour. The dying crackling of the campfire does little to quiet the memories that replay in your mind of the quote-unquote glory days of the Dustfang. Now, with only a handful of members left, the emptiness is as difficult to ignore as the sun that radiates relentlessly during the day. You're all grieving in your own way, journaling, swapping stories, suppressing the difficult emotions enough to focus on the immediate concerns. You still have found neither head nor tail of Gus. despite your frequent inquiries and investigations, and any further attempt to reach out to him using magic has yielded little results. As much as it should, the thought of him becoming gut bird food fails to bring you any comfort. On top of that, you've made no progress pursuing Jamie Granger. Finn's hawk kept getting the location incorrect after several misunderstandings. Hopefully his next return will yield some results, but you're anxious that you've kind of missed the boat and that Jamie may slowly escape your grasp and rob you of a hefty bounty and Bonewater Gulch's favor. One particular night, the stars come out. The heat has died down enough to allow the winds to carry an ever so gentle breeze that whistles as it weaves between your tents. Campfire is roaring, consumes the logs like a starved blood bear. The tent flaps sway and flutter in response to the wind. Frank's harmonica chirps along the night. I need everybody to go ahead and make a history check for me. So Silas, you have advantage.
Oof. Not good.
Ooh, I'll take the 18.
Silas made a 0.
Bro had a 0?
You got advantage though. So
Yeah.
everybody except for Mr. Henderson and Sebastian do not, but Finn, Savannah, and especially Silas, you guys notice that there is a lone campfire far in the distance. It's too well placed, too orderly. You make a mental note. That ain't no outlaw fire. That's a scouting party for the frontiersmen, the rebels who fought back the Orem Dominion during the Gold Flush War. Now they've kind of maintained their faction as sort of like maintaining the peace of the Dust Veil. They don't have any issues with you presently that you're aware of, as long as they don't know who you are. You stay away from them, they'll stay away from you. I have talked a lot. I've talked for almost 13 minutes, so I'm going to shut up and I'm going to pass the night over to you guys and let you kind of take the role play from here.
That do look like a fire.
Sebastian is not paying attention at all. Well, we have exhausted our efforts on selling the horses. We have no idea where Gus is. Should we potentially reference the map again to see if there's anywhere else we can go?
Edward was take a nap.
I vote going back to Bonewater.
What we got in Bonewater.
The general store. We have a bunch of money now.
So basically, he wants to go on a shopping trip.
Yes.
What are we gonna say to the mayor about what's his name? That thing
Still looking for
burned down and still. We ain't really gonna be looking real reliable if we don't show up with something.
All right. Well, you see, here's what happened. He slipped his name.
We could kill a rando and say it's him.
Don't know if that'll work. Don't they have like a drawing of him?
Beat his face in.
Decapitation.
JT, did we acquire any information about the whereabouts of said hooligan that we need to wrangle?
The mayor did tell you that he had a campsite that was established not too far away from Bonewater Gulch. You guys have not gone to check it out yet. You have sent Finn's hawk. The past couple times, he's gotten the directions wrong, and he's just come back reporting on something that's not even close. I will also say that since you guys have been poking around and, doing some perusing and selling these horses, to kind of make the session easier, if you guys want to just say that in between you've done some shopping, we can do that, kind of run that passively, instead of having to go through a whole scene of you guys running into town, explaining yourselves, and carrying on.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, if there's anything in particular someone's looking to buy. I mean, are there better guns available or better armor?
Better guns, I'm not sure about, but better armor, most definitely. I'm sure you guys can get your hands on some decent craftsmanship.
Would there be any place that I could possibly find a spell scroll or spell book that I can write down some extra spells that I can prepare?
You looking for just like an empty tome or a spell, like something in particular?
Like something I can copy into my current spell book.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So you're asking for like spell scrolls and stuff.
Yeah.
Let me check to see if Bonewater offers that as a service. They may not. Let's see. Let's see. There is an apothecary and a healer's clinic. There is a blacksmith.
You said a healer's clinic? I kind of want to role play that, but I don't want to hold everybody up. What about healing potions? Or whiskey. I'm fresh out of whiskey.
Yeah. All right. I picked up some whiskey because Silas.
Oh yeah, I was counting on it.
Can I get 3 bottles of scotch?
Yeah.
All right, that's 135 gold.
Yep. Go for it.
Is it wrong that Silas drinks that whiskey when he's at full health? Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, yes.
It's not great.
So if I buy 10 just regular whiskeys, they're 10 apiece, so I'd need 100 gold.
That's correct.
Okay. I have 50 gold, so I'm going to get 5 of them.
They wouldn't happen to have any of this snake oil anywhere, would they? Or the snake elixir?
Why don't you do an investigation check for me, Mr. Henderson?
All right, investigation. Oof.
12. Okay, 12 is actually going to do it. So you still have the empty bottle of the snake oil on you, and you go around asking, just kind of seeing if anybody might happen to sell this in store. You actually go up to the guy you've met a couple times now, Ed, at the general store. He says, "Well, son, unfortunately, as much as I'd love to, I can't sell that in store. That belongs to Phineas V. Scamper. He only sells it himself out of his carts. He might be coming through town a few days, though, if you're willing to wait for him, but I make no guarantee."
Well, you and I are buddies, right?
That depends on where this conversation's going, friend.
Next time he comes through town, actually, how about you pick me up some and keep them in the back? I'd be willing to give you 150 gold.
Make a persuasion check for me. 23. Okay. He takes the coin from you and he places it down. And he says, no, I'm kidding. He takes the coin from you and he goes, "I suppose there ain't no harm in that, friend. I mean, a transaction is a transaction after all. I'll tell you what, next time you blow through town, if he stopped on by, I'll have a pristine bottle of that snake oil for you. Special order just for the customer."
All right, thank you.
He nods as you walk out, and nearby you can hear Lloyd, the little guy, just bumping into furniture.
I do not know why you keep him around.
Brother-in-law. Has everybody else got what they want?
Well, I was still a little curious if there's any other armor that might be better. I looked through in the D&D Beyond in the inventory. Nothing really that says it's better than the armor I already have, so...
Plate armor might not be bad for you. Plate armor has a base AC of 18, but what is your current one? 14. Okay. Only catches that costs 1,500 gold. There's also Splint, which costs 200 with an AC of 17.
All right, I'll buy one. I'll buy that.
Okay.
Can I sell my other one?
Yeah, you can sell it. So you're here in this forge. There is a tiefling woman, dark red skin, short horns, and just absolutely ripped.
Sebastian changes into the other armor because he's gonna buy the splint armor. He comes out and has the ring armor and puts it down, and I can imagine it is pristine. There is nothing wrong with it. It looks like he took it off the rack because he refuses to let it be dirty. He just puts it back on the counter and he's like, "What can you do for me?"
She takes a look at it and she says, "Wow. Judging by this, I would never have guessed that you've seen a sword blow in your entire life. I can still see myself in this thing. You must take really good care of your shit."
Oh, absolutely. Try to avoid sword swipes at all costs.
She looks it over and she says, "I can do 15 gold for you."
Really? For one of the heroes of the town?
She laughs and she says, "You should see how disappointed the mayor is with his discounts."
Is there anything else you can throw in with the armor if you're gonna, just upsell me over here?
Make a persuasion check for me. Oh, hell yeah.
He flashes his pretty usually neutral guy, but his smile kind of comes out and he's kind of trying to use his charm a little bit.
Yeah, you're flashing those teeth. You're there's like a little.
You could always just buy it for 50.
How about 25? My final offer.
30, and I won't ask again.
Damn it. If I didn't know better, I'd say you were the devil himself, but instead I'll just assume you're one of his minions. And she gladly accepts the 30.
All right.
Is there anything else anyone wanted to do while they're on their little shopping spree episode while girls just want to have fun, blares in the background?
I would like to go to the healer's place by myself.
Sure, you walk in and there is an empty counter there. You can hear the sounds of somebody kind of going through bottles in the back and the sound of somebody coughing within. This is not your first visit to this healer's clinic either, but it's your first time entering in willingly. You go and you take a seat down, kind of wait, and finally you hear a familiar tiefling woman's voice that says, "I'll be with you in just a minute, darling."
I just do a little cough and I say, nothing like time waiting, especially when you ain't got much left of it, apparently.
Exactly 12 minutes pass before the door finally opens. A feeble old man hunched over. He's half orc. He's got like one eye kind of like bashed in. It looks like he dropped some lumber he was lifting right on his fucking face. Just remember, keep it covered. Plenty of rests. Maybe if you can, I don't know. See if they got a raw steak you can slap on there or something. She looks to you and she says, "Here, come on back, honey." Hey, how's it going, friend?
I look at her and just don't really say much, and I pull down my bandana and smile, and there's like hints of blood stains on my teeth. And I say, about as good as you can as you can expect. Just kind of wanted to get a little secondary diagnosis to see if you can tell me how much longer I got. And while you're at it, if you got any remedies to try to clear this, these purty teeth up, I know it's probably good for intimidating, but my partners in my gang are asking too many questions. I need something to kind of down the coughing and the blood spitting and all the kind of junk. You get my drift.
She gives you kind of like a half smile and she says, "All right, come on back." The two of you go into the back room. She sits you down in a familiar chair. She kind of sits across from you and she just says, "Honey, what kind of news are you expecting me to give you here? Why'd you come back?"
I know you told me there ain't nothing that you can do about it as far as curing it or whatnot. I just ask you for at least a little bit of relief, especially with my, like I said, my co-conspirators gonna hold the questions and whatnot. Just something to numb the pain a little bit. It's starting to get a little tight in my chest, especially with all the blood and coughing up and whatnot.
She says, "All right." She gets out some of her tools. She kind of starts examining you. She starts asking you questions like, and I'm going to let you tell me, I don't know, I'm going to let you tell me the answers to these questions. All right. Fatigue? Fainting?
You can say that.
She snickers. She says, "Just formality, honey." Weight loss? Exhaustion? Any veins getting black?
I hold out my hands and I say, you tell me yourself. Last time I checked, they're supposed to be a little bit blue, but I think they're starting to turn a little bit dark blue. And I kind of like lift my shirt up and you can see some ribs showing and all that. I'm like, yeah, I'm a dabbler in the culinary arts. I'm not a stranger to food, but no matter what I eat, it just doesn't seem to absorb, I guess.
She grimly kind of looks at it and she says, "All right. How about vision? How's your vision, honey? Ain't getting blurry?"
Well, how about you hold up some fingers and I'll tell you what's what.
All right, I'm going to roll a d4 in secret, and I want you to guess what she rolls.
I bet. A 3?
Well, vision's looking all right then.
Oh, no fucking way.
Yeah, exactly 3. She says, "Tell me something else, honey. I'm just taking a look here at your body. I'm not going to ask where these holes came from, but I just want to ask, when you get doctored up, do you feel any better?" Basically, she's asking you if you have regained health points since the last time you saw her.
Yeah. I mean, get a good night's sleep. As far as wounds go, I feel all right.
All right. She gets very somber for a second and serious, and she goes, "When I'm just looking at you right now. I don't know how to sugarcoat this for you, honey, so I'm just come out and say you ain't got long. Right now, you're still holding on. Your vision's all right. Your muscles still seem somewhat in check. Body's still, regenerating tissue, still fighting bad cells, so it's still working. But once you start feeling like you just ain't getting better, once your bones start getting brittle, even with magic starts giving you more harm than hurt, you got 7 days tops. Right now, I don't know how long you are out from that, so every day just be checking yourself, all right?
Well, I ain't the only one that's gonna be checking on me. My gang's just breathing down my neck. So, like I said, you got anything that can help with the coughing and the blood spitting and all that?
She thinks it over. I'm gonna check and see if I got something. Unfortunately, this visit can't be free like last time. I hope that's all right.
That's all right. I got 8 gold, 17 silver, and 57 copper. If that ain't enough, I got a few whiskeys.
Hey, sweetie, let's just say 2 gold and call it at that, okay?
All right.
She kind of starts looking through her cabinet, and she pulls out this small little vial. It clinks as she removes it from the cabinet and slowly closes the door. She places it in your hand. It's this dark blue glass vial with a wooden cork top, a little symbol to denote the ingredients, but it means really nothing to you unless you can pass a DC 20 medicine check.
Yeah, I ain't gonna worry about that.
This ain't just a cough, son. Your body's wearing thin. You need rest and fast. If I were you, I'd spend the next however long you got left just laying down, taking it easy,
Let me go and stop you right there, partner. We got big plans, and I gotta set my gang up as good as I can before I'm gone. So if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out the best way I know and with a smile on my face, and it ain't gonna be me withering away in some damn bed.
Honey, the more you exert yourself, the less time you're gonna have. I'm afraid as a doctor, I must insist.
You got eyes in the sky 24/7, Doc.
She knows where you're going with this, and she says, "You always got an answer for something, hun. But I hope you'll listen to somebody other than yourself for once."
I've been doing a lot of listening, just not a lot of putting into practice. I guess that's done caught up with me at this point, but here we are. I appreciate you for what you've done, and I hope I just hope everything I've done would just serve the purpose, that it was all worth it in the end.
Ain't that all any of us can ask for? Real quick, I'm gonna do something a little unorthodox here. Sebastian, do you hear this?
As invested as Sebastian usually is, I think it's plausible either way that at this point he's insisted so heavily on trying to figure out what's up with Finn that he, is eventually gonna just respect Finn's wishes, but there's also like a side that he would continue to be worried and constantly kind of trying to pick up on things here and there. I don't really know how necessarily to decide either direction, but I think, I would love for him to know so that he can mentally prepare, but I don't know. What do you think?
Let's leave it up to Josh. Josh, does Sebastian or anyone else hear this from outside?
Well, I was doing this while everybody was like walking off, doing their own shopping and whatnot. Like like when I said I was going to the healers thing, I said I was going there alone. I didn't necessarily say where I was going, but with how Sebastian has been very suspicious and like poking and prodding, getting the stuff out, I wouldn't mind if, say, Sebastian followed Finn and like eavesdropped. I wouldn't be against that.
I think it would be one of those things where like he would see Finn like walking off and kind of note in the direction he's going is towards. There's nothing else more interesting over there than something like a healer shop. He probably would follow, and I would say he's probably just standing outside. I mean, the building's probably not that soundproof. He could probably hear the mumblings.
Yeah, like the window's definitely open.
Yeah. He just like leaned up against the side and like next to the front door, just kind of waiting for Finn to come out.
Now, what I am going to allow you both also to determine, we will determine before we get back to camp so we can kind of get everybody else in. Did Sebastian let Finn know that he heard this, or does he keep it to himself?
I'm fine either way.
Sebastian's going to walk away before Finn comes out. He wants to keep the information to his person.
Finn, after you drink the remedy, within a few days' time, your cough will subside substantially. But since you were coughing at the campfire, we'll say that it's just now getting a little better, but it's still present. If everybody else is good to go, we can cut back to y'all at the campfire discussing your next move.
I'm just sitting back petting my wolf.
I still think we should go. Let's go ahead and go get that 1,000 gold pieces for his bounty, right?
1,200.
Might as well.
Yep, let's go check out Granger's last, I guess, campsite.
I can send my hawk to go check it out.
You already have, and as you guys were discussing this, there's a little flicker in the moonlight as your hawk confidently strides down towards you guys, and you're like, okay, this is how he strides down every time he thinks he's got it. Let's not get our hopes up. But finally, your hawk communicates with you, Finn, as it kind of like perches on your bent elbow. Well, boss, I got good news and weird news. Good news, found a camp. Bad news, ain't nobody home. But did find some itty-bitty boot marks heading yonder. Somebody packed up and skedaddled real recent-like. I bet you they ain't far. If we hurry, we can catch them varmints before they get too far.
I look at him, I nod. I'm like, about time you came back with something. Good job, though.
He salutes.
With his little wing.
just imagine a wing just going up. I look at him like, you want some rest? I can shoot you into that pocket dimension.
God, please.
All right, you just see it like a little, and then he is like gone.
All right, let's saddle up.
Let's go.
You guys wait till morning, or you go ahead and go?
Go ahead, go.
Yeah, let's go in the dead of night.
Yeah, we don't have time. We don't want him to get away.
It takes you a while to get there. By the time when you leave, it's like 2 a.m. When you guys get there, it's closer to 5:30 or 6. The sun is just beginning to rise over the horizon, just beginning to kind of jut out from over the endless rolling sand dunes. You arrive at the campsite that the hawk pointed out. You can just barely kind of see far. Well, you can't really see Bonewater Gulch in the distance, but you can see some similar like landmarks that will kind of point you towards that direction, like the open canyon where you fought the Birch brothers. Does anybody want to search the campsite before you guys follow the tracks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll look around.
Sebastian and Mr. Henderson, campsite is abandoned. There's 8 tin plates, 6 pewter mugs, a soup ladle, 18 dominoes, an empty whiskey bottle, a book on Dustvale ruins, and a bundle of burnt logs. I need both of you guys to make a DC 13 history check for me.
I didn't do it.
Mr. Henderson, you kind of just disregard the tome. Sebastian, you think, well, I mean, it's probably nothing, but like, didn't Gus have a book on this? I mean, he's the only one who would read. I mean, it's nothing. It's definitely a commonality, but you can't help but notice that the binding on the book is broken in the exact same way that it was when he was always reading it and had it out on the table, because he would kind of keep referring back to these ruins during his exploration.
Oh.
It's probably nothing, but it just seems like this would be his book.
Lord have mercy.
Sebastian picks the book up and like kind of turns it over and opens the first couple of pages to see if Gus's name is in it.
It is in the most fine penmanship you've ever seen. This dude went to calligraphy school.
Hey guys, I think our buddy Gus has been here.
Some bitch. Do you think he joined up with this Granger fella?
I I mean,
Didn't he seem pretty distressed the last time we talked to him?
Yeah, he did. He was speaking a bunch of mumbo jumbo.
can I flick through the book and kind of get a summation of like what all it's about? I know you said it's the history of what ruins?
Just the ruins around the desert, like the Dust Vale frontier that you guys are in, just noting several ruins that are there. Most of these ruins are ancient and have been faded away to time. You don't really see anything that interests you, and make an investigation check to see if you notice anything that sticks out to denote anything that matched Gus's description.
I was about to say, is there like a map in it or something?
22 will do it. And there's nothing in it that really matches what he told you, which is frustrating because you would think, oh, this with like old ruins, sentinels, high walls. Okay, there's got to be like a ruin someplace. Nope, nothing that matches the description. A lot of it is just like wide open areas with like kind of like, vague, like minimalistic structures, nothing too grandiose. Doesn't seem like civilization has established enough of a chokehold on the Dustvale frontier for there to be many noteworthy ruins. And somehow this book is still 1,000 pages.
Can I cast sending again to try to contact him again?
You can, but I will go ahead and tell you that the past few times you have cast sending to talk with him, you've gotten no response.
Never mind.
Yeah, I just want to make sure before you burn anything.
So I know you talked earlier about the hawk saw some trails, like some footprints leading off. Can I look for some of those trails, maybe follow them?
Yeah, you and Savannah actually both noticed them. You guys find that there are some tracks that exit camp. It looks like they belong to 3 horses and a wagon.
I pop my familiar bag, my hot back out. And I'm like, I thought you said there's a pair of small footprints, not these daggum horses
Yeah,
and
that's what
cars.
I thought.
Like I'm looking at him, I'm like pulling on his little feather ear or whatever. And I'm like getting him to look at him. Like, does that look like a pair of small footprints to you?
Well, I mean, everything's relative. You're pretty big, so I thought they'd be small to you.
What?
I'm gonna wet willy your hawk.
Do it.
Frank is excited it's not happening to him for once.
You know what, Frank? Come here.
Oh boy, here we go. Rite of passage. He marches on up.
Wet willy it.
It makes like this horrible squish as it smacks it into the hawk's ear canal, and the hawk just like and just sort of flaps its wings in response, and it just kind of is like chewing you out. And to you, you're hearing a lot of very strong language that he wouldn't use around his mother. Everybody else is just hearing annoyed chirps and squawks.
Hey, look, you don't talk to me that way. It ain't my fault that you jacked up this daggum scouting mission. Now look, I'ma send you off again. You're done resting. You done screwed us up. Now you gonna go look for it as penance.
He just kind of rolls his eyes and he takes off and begins following the tracks. Do you guys follow the hawk or wait?
I think we should just go ahead and go. There's nothing here.
Follow, let's rush in.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow.
I like whisper. I'm just whispering to myself. I'm gonna be like, I just had to choose a hawk. I'm about to turn that thing into a rodent or something. Feed it to a cat.
Jake Skippers.
The tracks lead into the midst of the desert, and the sun's heat just encompasses your entire persons. Each swallow is like you're breathing in steam, and the wind carries the heat with it, providing no reprieve. It is now morning time. Even the rocks look like they're sweating. Your clothes, soaked in your own sweat, cling tightly to your bodies and irritate your skin, drawing attention to the bunch of dirt tucked underneath your untrimmed fingernails and toenails. Beads of sweat drip slowly into your eyes, blinding you temporarily each time until you can kind of try to use whatever piece of dry cloth you have nearby to wipe it away, and the slow, monotonous pace of the horse's trots thump against your eardrums. Eventually, tracks do end at a scene of what appears to be an accident. Here is a wooden wagon that stands alone to the side of the trail, resting on its side, its wooden frame battered and chipped, and 2 horses leading the wagon rot and decay alongside another of a different breed whose saddle remains fastened to it. There's also a dead body and a large wooden crate that has been smashed open.
Vanna, this one's all you.
What?
We'll let you investigate that.
All right, make an investigation check for me, a DC 13.
Come on, you like death.
Sure, okay. Yeah, make the lady do it.
No.
Just one short.
I ain't see nothing.
Yeah, you find, Savannah, you go over to the dead body, and you find a dead tabaxi, which for those of you who don't know is basically like a cat person. Its fur is colored like corn, has a buckskin vest over his bare torso and cowhide chaps that are slumped on the ground before you, face down, breathless. His revolver next to him with only 2 bullets remaining in the chamber. And there's also in like his bag a beer and 3 copper. But unfortunately, as a result of your investigation check, you can't quite see what killed this guy. You're trying to make heads or tails of it, but you can't quite determine it.
Well, it sure do look dead. Rest in peace.
I walk up and my wolf like sniffing it and all, and I'm like, well, you know what happened?
Nope.
Alrighty then, I get down and I would like to roll investigation as well, if that's okay.
Sure. Now, I should clarify, are you guys checking just the dead bodies, or are you checking the horses, the dead horses, and the box as well?
I'm going to check the blood box, the back area.
Oh, I thought I was just checking the bodies. I think I need to roll again, actually.
Dirty 20.
A dirty 20. All right.
Dirty, filthy 20.
And JT, I'm going to keep an eye on the countryside, the surrounding area while they're doing their investigation.
Sure, Silas, you kind of rest your hand on your belt and take a look around, and all you can really see is the vast, open, blinding desert sand that occasionally kind of gets kicked up by the occasional whirling of wind. The winds are particularly strong today, which sucks because they don't really carry much of a breeze on them. Finn, you're looking at this man dead before you, and it looks like his entire soul is drained from him. There's like black veins in his eyes, marks on his neck and torso that indicate he was like choked.
What the hell?
Nasty.
Anybody who investigates the horses will find the only thing in the saddle is a beef jerky wrapped in paper. And the box in the wagon, coated in sand, swept over by the winds. Who is looking at this? I want to ask that first so I can make sure this feels very personal.
I mean, I said I was checking everything, so I guess.
You were looking at the box specifically.
I'm just kind of meandering.
Okay, so Sebastian, Mr. Henderson, and Finn, you guys see coated in sand, swept over by the winds, is a large wooden crate with its top bashed open. It is what looks to be a body of a large humanoid wearing armor, until a closer inspection reveals it to be a mechanical construct, like nothing you've ever seen before. It's like a metal man, but something about its design suggests it was never really meant to kind of stand alone. It's composed of dormant pistons and intricate gears, brass-plated limbs seized by rust, gaping cavity yawns open at its chest, an empty chamber once meant to house something vital, but something is now missing. Faint etchings of arcane scripts snaking across its frame have faded far beyond recognition. Its empty eye sockets reflect your images, your gaze staring back at you. The construct's chassis bears scars of conflict, bullet pocks, impromptu repairs, and hinting at like rough handling, field fixes made in the heat of battle, I guess.
Can we put an arcane crystal in there?
Can I do an Arcana check to see if I can figure out what these runes mean, and like the chest part that looks like it used to house something, what it could have been, and like just like as much information as I can possibly get with it, like an Arcana check.
It's going to be a very high DC, but go ahead and make it.
I have a plus 11, so let's see.
Let's hope you roll a 19.
Oh my god, I rolled an 18.
Oh my god.
Dang it, I don't have inspiration either. Dang it.
Yeah, no, this arcane script is like, it's unreadable. Like, it's just been like worn away either by the literal sands of time or just by negligence and rust and dirt. It looks like it was just like scraped off almost, but definitely not intentionally. As for the chamber, there's something about it that's familiar, but You're just not quite sure what it would be used for. You've literally never seen something like this in your entire life. This is like a new dimension to you. Sebastian, what did you say?
I said, can we put the aether crystal in it?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I was gonna say I have the aether crystal on my wolf.
You take the aether crystal and you slot it into its gaping chest, or you slide it into its chest piece. You begin to see it, like the wiring like spark and ignite, attempting to come to life. The little empty eye sockets begin to sort of breathe life for just a second, and its fingers begin to twitch, almost like you're watching a being being resurrected, and it kind of arcs its back a little bit, and then you begin to notice it's getting really hot. Steam is pouring out from this thing. It's twitching. The what faint color and lights are appearing from within this being are starting to flicker as if they're trying to gasp for air but continually failing to do so, and eventually the construct just slams back down. Looks like this thing definitely requires an aether crystal, but it is broken beyond usability. Whoever held this thing did not take good care of it.
Well, let's just take this little guy with us. We can attach him to somebody.
Can I put it on my wolf?
You can tie it to your wolf to drag, but it's definitely too big to be set on any sort of mount, unless your mount is like a large creature or bigger. This box is the size of Sebastian with a couple inches to spare, and heavy enough to like feel like you're actually carting like a few dead bodies.
Sebastian was the one that removed the aether crystal from the train. Is there any way that he could use like sleight of hand to potentially look at some of the wiring to see if he can at least temporarily fix it?
I have mending. I can help you with that with mending.
We want a robot. We can name him Frank 2.0.
That's pretty disrespectful.
Fucking ow. Sebastian, you and Finn go over to this thing. Finn casts mending on it, because here's the thing, mending will fix this, but I'm trying to figure out how long it would take, because even though it says it can repair a construct or item, it says it has to repair a single break or tear an object you touch. So I'm thinking you guys would have to do this numerous times in order to achieve like the overall result. Does that sound fair? Like you guys would have to do this in like a more secluded spot.
Yeah, that's fine.
You guys think, okay, like this is working, like you're able to repair one or two wires, you're able to kind of see, like you're watching this thing being built almost. You're seeing your spells go through, but it is a slow process, and it's probably going to take you a while. You can get this back to your camp, you can fiddle with it later. Silas, as you are looking to the horizon, your hair is becoming kind of swept back by the wind as small swirls of sand dance around you, almost as if like a sandstorm is coming. If only you were that lucky. Instead, the whirlwinds of grains begin to take the shape of small worm-like critters, their faces scantily dotted with different colored crystals caught in the winds. They lurch eagerly towards you like a spider to webbed prey, and amidst the center of them, one sand funnel begins to take on a poor imitation of a man's shape. Sand clumps together to form a grotesque amalgamation of desert fragments and forms a humanoid creature whose slowly drooping face almost seems to hiss at you, ordering its tiny minions to attack. There's no mistaking, you stumbled upon a hub of sand mites led by their deadly leader, a Sandman.
We got company.
Roll initiative.
Stick around. The gang's coming back with more of Swords and Spurs on Alta Loom.
Hello, adventurers. It's me, the narrator, keeper of stories, teller of tales, and occasionally professional snack taste tester. Don't judge me. And you are invited to join my favorite bunch of chaotic heroes in the Untold Archives. They fight monsters, they explore ruins, they are obsessed with cuck chairs? Hey, nobody's perfect. It's live, it's loud, it's full of epic quests, ridiculous decisions, and more plot twists than I have tentacles. And trust me, that's a lot. So grab your dice, grab your snacks, and come hang out with us for the Untold Archives. The laughs are big, the adventures are bigger, and I promise you're gonna have a tentacle-slapping good time. Wink. I'll see you in the archives. Wah, 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 wah.
Hello, I'm Justin Galliani. And for the low price of $0.00, you can take part in an incredible offer being given by So You Want to Be a DM. This podcast has a compilation of incredible episodes that offer insight into all of D&D's many topics, including other TTRPGs. You can find such amazing hits, such as It's Combat with Combat 101, fighting 'cause it's combat. And Druid 101.
I'm a druid.
Monsters calling.
Monsters 101.
We got monsters calling.
Non-playable NPCs character. 101.
NPC.
And if you're looking for more, So You Want to Be a DM also has a Patreon, and you can find even more content there, available for free members and members who are participating in some of the tiers available. So, check that out.
Howdy gang, it's Andrew who voices Sebastian Blackwell from Of Swords and Spurs. I know you're patiently waiting for our next episode, and in the meantime, I encourage you to check out Sky Bunny TTV, your favorite Warlock main and full-time Dice Goblin. She's blasting TikTok with hilarious D&D posts with Nat 1 disasters, Nat 20 glory, and chaos in every role. Follow Sky Bunny TTV because who needs Fireball when you've got Eldritch Blast?
You set sail on an exploratory trade mission from the English colonies in America, bound for China, following a course around Cape Horn, then striking out across the Pacific, island hopping along the way. After months of sailing around the Cape and then west into the Pacific, in a night of particularly bad storms, your ship ran aground on a reef, causing it to break up. You grabbed onto a piece of drifting wood and clung for dear life. Surprisingly, you survived, washing up on the shore of an unknown, uncharted island. You've got nothing but the clothes on your back and your raw wits to survive. Play Stranded and Alone, a play-by-post campaign with Sage Tommy at startplaying.games. If you're a TTRPG creator and you have a business or content you'd like us to help you promote, you can reach out to us at our socials at Altaloom or contact us at our website, www.altaloom.com.
We're back in the saddle with Of Swords and Spurs on Altaloom.
Enter Sandman. None of them managed to really beat you guys' passive perception, so they're gonna go ahead and roll initiative, and so is the Sandman.
Mr. Sandman.
First in the initiative order, Finn, you see all this happening around you. What is your first course of action?
My first course of action is to go ahead and throw a fireball.
Yes.
20-foot radius. Put that right there so it doesn't hit any of my buddies. I'm gonna need a DC 16 deck save from those three sandworm things. Damage is gonna be 20. Oh my god, really? It's 21. Too many ones and twos.
One succeeded, one failed and is instantly gone.
Let's go. Good old fireball.
It bursts into a flurry of sand, and it just dissipates everywhere in this violent rush near you. You can feel the wind off this thing. Thankfully, everybody is okay. Finn, is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
As I do that and the fireball explodes, I just yell out, "Baptism by fire!"
Next up is going to be Savannah.
So anyways, I think I'm just going to start blasting.
I think that's a good call. Who are you shooting for? I guess the guy right in front of you.
Yeah, let's do that. Oh, sick.
Unfortunately, a 9 does not do it. Your bullet kind of passes through the sand grains. Is there anything else you want to do?
Do I still have a bonus action? Yeah, I have a bonus action still.
Mm-hmm.
Is he close enough that I can stab him with my sword?
Absolutely, he is.
try that instead. Nope.
Nope. It just like kind of like conforms around your bullet, and then it just like opens up a little bit more for your sword to slash through.
What? Seriously?
You can feel this little piece of shit laughing at you.
Listen, I used all my good rolls last time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Everybody gets, yeah, it happens to everyone. It's okay. One was going to be next, but it is consumed in a fiery inferno, so unless there's anything Savannah wants to do, Sebastian goes next.
Nope, I'm good.
I'm gonna start blasting. There's one next to me, but I'm going for the one in front of me. Damn.
Unfortunately, that does not hit. Once again, it just like blows through it.
All right, let me try with my other gun here. Oh yeah.
Oh, that'll do it.
Got
yeah.
And then I have I think it's a cantrip. That's a bonus action, I believe. It's called Sacred Weapon, Imbue Weapon. So after I use an attack action, I can use Channel Divinity to imbue a weapon. For 2 minutes, I add +1 to attack rolls.
So yeah, what kind, like, describe to me like the kind of aura that glows around your weapon of choice.
It's gonna be like, it's like once he draws the guns from the holsters, it's like this gold hue like envelops them. And the bullets seem like heavier. They seem like, even though he's not maybe physically doing more damage, it hits him harder every time he's like shooting at something or at somebody. He just feels like an emotional weight from it, taking life away. It kind of makes him feel a little bit better that it glows like gold to kind of symbolize like a holy cleansing of sorts.
I could not have described it better myself, and it looks very impressive. Is there anything else you wish to do? I mean, you can't really move without invoking opportunity attack, so...
Yeah, I think I'll stay put for now.
Okay, well, next up is going to be the Sandman, who is going to lurch creepily forward towards Finn, and he is going to... He's gonna just try and fucking grab Finn. Let's see.
Get your slimy paws off me.
It grabs you with a 19, and it deals 11 points of slashing damage.
Ouch. Should have bonus action the Armor of Agathis, I guess.
I think that's all it can do for its turn. So next up is going to be one of the little critters nearby who is going to just immediately lunge for Mr. Henderson. Mr. Henderson, I need you to make a DC 10 dexterity saving throw for me.
Alrighty.
What?
Oof, I am so sorry, buddy. You are blinded for 1 minute. It exhales this large cone of sand that goes right into your eyes, like, ah! And you can't see anything. Your vision blurs before going completely dark. You're filled with fear as all of a sudden you realize you can't see a damn thing. But at the end of each of your turns, you can try and repeat the saving throw to end the effect on a success. That's all it can do with its turn. Next up is going to be this guy back here who is very furious at the fire that's just been dealt to him, and he is going to lunge forward towards Silas. And he's going to also have Silas make that DC 10 Constitution saving throw. Mr. Anderson, I'm sorry, I meant to make you roll con, not Dex.
Oh, do you want me to reroll it?
It's a nat 1, so it wouldn't have gotten you anything.
Alright.
Silas, you do save. You like kind of cover your eyes with the sleeve of your shirt.
I want to pretend I wipe the sand out of my eyes. I wash the sand out of my eyes with whiskey.
And that's appropriate, because you're next.
Heyo. So I'm going to go after the person that just attacked me. Gonna take a shot. My revolver. I just pull out my revolver and my rapier, so I'm going to take one shot. 18.
18 hits. All right, 11. Now, I need you to, oh wait, I was supposed to make you break a dex save, but you would have gotten it anyway. Okay, I'm reading this wrong. Now I need you to make a DC 10 Constitution save.
All right.
Just made it. Savannah, I also need you to make that as well.
They're blowing up in dust clouds.
Okay, you're good. As soon as you fire into this thing, it bursts in another whirlwind of sand and dust and dirt, showers you guys in sand, but you're able to kind of shield your eyes so it does not blind you. You guys are okay. Silas, what you got next?
I'm gonna go ahead and fire a shot at the guy that's a little further away.
He's next, so get him before he can get a shot in.
Oh, do it.
Yep, that hits. Yep, he's dead. And this time you guys are not close enough. So again, it just bursts into another flurry of sand. And he is gone. Is there anything else you want to do?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask and keep me honest here, but the two-handed fighting, since I pulled my saber out and I'm using a pistol in one hand, I did my 2 attacks, so my bonus action for the two-handed fighting with the saber, stabbing the guy, I just want to make sure I'm reading that correctly.
That makes sense to me.
All right, I know I just don't get bonus damage.
Right, unfortunately. Yep, that hits. All right, so 7. Okay, gotcha. So that still does some pretty decent amounts of chunky damage towards this thing. It's not dead, but it's still going. With that, Mr. Henderson.
Thunderclap.
Thunderclap, okay. And what's the save on that?
15 con.
15 con. Does not have any help in con, so let's see how it does. Rolls an 18.
Great. Can I reroll my save for blinding?
Yes, it is another. It is a dex save, a DC 10. So go ahead and roll it again.
Did it.
You did it. All right. You finally get, you cry out the sand in your eyes, and you just start clapping to see that your effects had no real effect on this thing. But you're no longer blinded, so you're good.
Hey.
So next is going to be this one, who is going to go for Finn. It's just going to make an ordinary claw attack at you. It's going to create like these like sharp fingers from the sand that it is comprised of and swipe at you.
I have a very low AC, so
it's a 19 as well. So that hits, and it's going to deal. It's only going to deal 4 points of slashing damage. That's going to be it for its turn. Next up is going to be this one back here, who is going to actually go for Sebastian this time. And Sebastian, I need you to make a DC 10 dexterity saving throw for me, as it just sort of breathes this cone of sand into your face. Okay.
No.
It creates like a mouth formation in its sand statue that it's made of itself. You begin to hear like this whistling as it creates a cyclone of sand around it that it blows in your direction. But you kind of just like look away and shield yourself to where it has no effect on you whatsoever. And that is all it can do for its turn. Finn, we're back to you.
All right. I am going to, since it's a automatic hit, I'm going to cast Magic Missile on the one grappling me, the 13 points of damage, and then I'm going to bonus action use Arm of Agathis, which is going to give me 5 temporary HP. The next time I get hit, whatever hits me takes 5 points of cold damage.
You cast Magic Missile. These missiles escape from your gun and all shoot into different points of the Sandman, as he's got like his bulky, gross arms like fastened around your neck. You see each missile go through and burst open different chunks of his body as the sand clumps fall down to the floor, and he just kind of has like holes through him like Swiss cheese. Your body, still in his grasp, becomes a little bit intoned in sand that kind of swirls around you. But at the same time, you form that armor glow around yourself and make yourself harder to hit. Okay, Savannah, you are next.
All right, this guy's still standing in front of me?
Yep, he is looking great, actually. How long that's going to be, we'll see.
We'll see. We're going to find out right now with my gun.
Yep, that's a hit.
I would hope so.
All right, yeah, you blast it, and now you actually make sure the bullet makes contact, and it just sort of, the pieces of it dissolve from the bullet impact. You gonna go again?
Yeah, the first one was a warning shot.
Oh, for sure, yeah, this one's for real.
Okay, let's try stab this time.
Okay. Whereas before it was like this like thick worm-like critter with indents in its face for eyes and sort of like an impression of a toothy jaw. Now it's becoming slimmer and more feeble, and its features that it's comprised itself of begin to match that. It's not looking great. Anything else you want to do?
Nope, that's it for this turn.
Sebastian, you're up.
All right. Locked and loaded. I'm going to try and kill the one that's in front of me. Oh, yeah. I'm going to get him.
Okay, yeah, that does it. Yeah, same thing as I described with Savannah. It begins to like let out these pathetic whimpers as it starts to like fade away. Melting! But it's still clinging on to life. What you got next?
The Sandman hasn't been hit, right?
He got hit by Finn's magic missile.
Okay.
Magic missile sounds like the name of a bad dragon. No, that was an intrusive thought. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead within the vicinity of the two, so the Sandman and the other one. I think I can get them both because, well, it's 60 feet, so I might include the other one too.
Yeah, it's 15 feet from you in the Sandman and 20 feet from you in the the furthest away from you.
I'm gonna hit the Sandman with it. Since he's already taken damage, they have to succeed a wisdom save. The wisdom is 12, and we're at level 5, so they would take 2d12 damage.
He does succeed with a 21.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Never mind.
It's okay.
Moving right along. Let me see if I have a bonus action over here. To ready. Nah, I'm good. No one's dying. Ben's beat up, but it looks like he can take it.
Yeah, he looks fine. With that, it's the end of your turn. You know who else looks fine is the Sandman, who regains 10 HP as the sand around him refills the clumps that Finn took out earlier. You begin to see him reconstructing himself in front of you, and he becomes more of a whole man again. His mouth, just sort of drops open, and you can see inside of his mouth are these swirls of his interior as the sand kind of reconstructs him in a swift motion. So that's at the start of his turn. He is now going to bite you, and he hits with a 12 exactly. And he is going to deal 6 points of piercing damage, and then
Oh no.
8 points of necrotic damage.
Oh no. I have enough necrosis in me right now.
Your hit point maximum is now reduced by 8, and he gains 8 hit points. So he is back at max health.
Is this permanent or?
Until your next long rest.
Okay.
Now it does take that cold damage, correct?
Yes.
What's the cold damage that he's gonna take?
5.
5, okay. Well, I guess good news is that is it for his turn. One of his buddies is gonna go next. And it's also gonna go for Mr. Henderson and have him remake that deck save.
I refuse.
That sucks.
Oh my goodness.
You are blinded again for 1 minute, or a resave at the end of your turn.
It would be really funny if they just shoved Mr. Henderson's hat over his eyes and he's just running around in the desert.
Yeah, they give him a fucking wedgie. That's it for its turn. Silas, you are up, my guy.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and keep taking pop shots at the guy next to me.
Yep, that'll do it.
Let's go. He should be banged up. 11.
Oh, he's dead. And now I need you and Sebastian to make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw for me as he explodes like a grenade full of sand and grain and dust.
And blah.
All right. Sebastian? Okay, Sebastian is fine, but Silas takes, Silas is blinded for 1 minute. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of your next turn.
With a nat 20, I can't sacrificially, come in front of Silas and go, no.
You're like the president's bodyguard. No, unfortunately, you cannot. You,
I approve that message.
We'll say Sebastian sees him take this damage and he cries so hard that no sand sticks in his eyes. With that, I don't know if there's anything else you want to do, Silas, now that you cannot see.
Well, I think I'm gonna take another shot. I think I'm gonna keep going. Disadvantage, right?
That's correct. Disadvantage.
Yeah, real good intuition. I believe in you.
I think so too. So just going after this other guy right here.
All right, do it.
Let's go.
All right, yep, that hits.
Yes.
All right, once again, another burst. Sebastian and Finn, make a DC 10 deck save, or Constitution save for me. Sebastian, you are now blinded for 1 minute. Finn, you're fine. All right, Silas, is there anything else you want to do?
No, I guess I'm trying to clean the dust out of my eyes.
Mr. Henderson, you are next.
Thunderclap.
Thunderclap, let's do it. What is it again? Wisdom?
15. Con.
Fails with an 11.
Hey, let me roll that damage. I am embarrassed.
It's okay.
Oh
You've actually got him really close to death. You clap and you hear just a and now you can, as the booms echoes throughout the desert, we can see chunks of it go flying in different directions. You want to go ahead and remake that save for me?
Yes, I do. Hopefully the tears from my the tears from rolling 2 once. Wiped away the sand.
You wipe away and you're like, oh, come on, as you see it still standing there. I just realized too, Frank is not here, so we're gonna say Frank is following your hawk still. They're still following the trail and haven't realized that you guys haven't caught up yet.
Jake is also not here.
Oh yeah, Jake is also not here. I imagine he's just on Savannah's shoulder until she brings him out.
He's in my pocket.
Yeah, we're not taking any chances after that mimic, all right?
No, absolutely. Like, he's traumatized.
Finn, we are back to you at the top of the order.
I'm gonna cast Magic Missile again, but at old buddy, but I'm gonna upcast it to 2nd level.
Ooh, okay, here we go.
Hell yeah, max 3 of them, so 17 points of damage.
All right, so 17 points of damage. This time, it's a lot more personal. The thumps of the missiles going into the sand are a lot more intentional as it sprays across your legs. It begins to emit this guttural roar of agony in response to the ever so aching wounds that you have opened up within it as the sand around you begins to swirl up more, preparing to fill in the holes you've created. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
Nope.
Next up is Savannah.
All right, I'm gonna go for this guy in front of me again with some little stabby stab.
Let's do it. Give him a little stabby stab. Yep, that hits.
Awesome. I was holding my breath, to be honest.
Roll higher than a 2 and you kill him. Oh, look at you, Max. Okay. I need you and Mr. Henderson to make a DC 10 Constitution save for me as this thing, as you stab it, it bursts and implodes in gusts of air and sand.
I don't think I made it.
I don't think you did. You are now blinded. Mr. Henderson, you're good. Mr. Henderson, you wipe the sweat off your forehead and put your hand on your hips like, whew, that was close, right, Savannah? And Savannah's entire face is just covered in like a mask of sand. Anything else you want to do, Savannah?
No. I don't think that's anything I can do.
You can take a shot at disadvantage, but it's about hit, I think.
I will not risk the lives of my party members, actually.
Fair enough, I guess. Sebastian, we're over to you.
All right. How do you get unblinded?
At the end of your turn, you can make another save to see if you can get the sand out of your face. It has to be at the end of your turn. You can still make attacks at disadvantage.
What about cantrips?
Cantrips, let me check. Okay, so it says attack rolls have disadvantage. So if it's like a save, no, but if you're like beating AC, then yes.
When I did Toll the Dead last time, you had a 21, so I'm assuming is he high level wisdom or dexterity?
He's especially on dexterity, he's pretty good. Wisdom, he's also pretty solid. And I'll just say, because you've been traveling the Dustvale frontier long enough, you've kind of felt this out because these creatures are very common.
First time I ran into one.
Which is surprising. You'd think you'd seen everything by now.
I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead again, since his wisdom is likely lower. He has to wisdom save 12.
Succeeds with a 22.
Oh my god. Okay, another option. I'm just gonna start, I'll just shoot at him at disadvantage.
Unfortunately, no, that misses. You let the shot off and it whizzes past Finn's hat, creating a little hole in it.
Good. Okay, let me, since I have a bonus action, I guess let me walk over to him and gonna give him, let me cast on him Lay on Hands, and I'll give him 10 hit points. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I can give him 10.
Okay. I will alert him when he gets back that he has healed for 10 hit points. You just kind of hold your hand out and stumble. You're like, Finn? And you finally feel a familiar vest and button-up shirt, and you're like, that's him, especially with such a tiny torso, and you grab him and heal him. And if there's nothing else you want to do, you can go ahead and remake that save. All right, you're good. The sand exits your eyes. You blink really fast. Your vision blurry, but steadily returns to you.
I am unblinded.
You have seen the lack of light. Now, if there's nothing else you wish to do, is going to be the Sandman, who begins to recompose himself and heals for 10 hit points. He relinquishes his grasp on Finn. He is going to use his action to disengage from you guys, and he is going to move not over, not under, but he passes through the cart and onto the other side of it and hisses out. I'm gonna check something. All right, no, he actually doesn't release his grasp on Finn. He takes Finn with him. He fumbles through and still manages to hold on to Finn. Like, you see the grains of sand pass through the cart, but you see the two arms just kind of go over the cart, still grabbing onto Finn. I know it doesn't make sense, but it looks cool, damn it. Silas, you're up next.
All right, I know I'm still blinded by a little sand, but I'm gonna run in pursuit, and I'm gonna try to jump on the wagon.
Okay.
So if you need me to make a roll,
I'll allow it. We'll say that you kind of feel your way onto it. Instead of jumping triumphantly, you just sort of like kind of feel your way around and climb on top and standing there all heroic still.
All right, and then I'm just gonna hold my breath and take a shot.
Disadvantage still.
Oh yeah, disadvantage, sorry.
No, you're good. Hey, yep, that hits. All right, that's 11 points of piercing damage.
Yep.
All right, strangely enough, it doesn't have the intended effect and only deals 5. The bullets kind of pass through him and just sort of thump onto the ground behind him, not really leaving much of a hole. Seems okay. You want to do anything else?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take that second shot.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, once again, you fire, and this time it goes wide of the mark. You can now make a save, the DC 10 con save again to cure your blindness.
There we go.
You are good to go, my friend. And now we're going to move over to Mr. Henderson.
Thunderclap.
All right.
Am I close enough to him?
You are quite far away, actually. You are, specifically speaking, 35 feet away.
Where's my roller? Man. Vicious mockery.
Okay, I'm gonna need, if you can give me a really good insult, I'll let you roll advantage.
Dang it.
Let's roll normal.
What's the matter? You can't stand the heat?
Oh, that's terrible. It's a 15 wisdom save.
I liked it. 15 wisdom save, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, fails with a 6.
Oh, now he
damage.
failed.
There we go.
8 damage. Okay, so he takes that damage in full. He lets out this roar that sounds like a, oh, come on. Anything else you want to do?
I'm not blinded right now, am I?
I think you're good.
Yeah, then I'll move a little closer. How about that? I'll get to like right there.
Finn is currently away from the table, so we'll let Savannah go next.
All right, I'm gonna. If I skip my turn.
You can ready an action if you want to, and we'll just say at the end of your turn you can go ahead and make that save. So yeah, you can make the save and hold on to your action until you find an advisable moment.
Okay, all right, I'm just trying to understand. So skipping my turn is okay. What is the safest way to go about this?
I mean, I would say really, so, because skipping your turn would basically just mean you don't go this round, which unfortunately would also mean that you don't get to make the save against being blinded. You can just kind of fire off shots at disadvantage just to see. I think you're still just within range, even though it's going to be a little hard with the cart. Or you can ready your action, which means it'll be the end of, you can ready your action, which means holding an action, but which means that at any point before we start back at the top of the order with Finn, you can choose to act outside of your turn. So like, let's say for example, you say, okay, I'm readying my action. That means that you're holding on to your action, bonus action, whatever, but it still ends your turn, which that means, statistically speaking, you can then remake the save to cure your blindness. And then as we go on to Sebastian, Sandman, Silas, and Mr. Henderson, as we go on to their turn, if you're like, oh, this would be a good time for me to take a shot, you can take it then.
Okay, so my second question is, I still have this heroic inspiration. What does that do?
That means that you can re-roll a check or any save at any point during the game, and it uses your inspiration. It's just like a one-time use. When you have that, you can choose, like, if you fail something, you can say, I'm going to use inspiration, and then re-roll and see if you succeed that time.
Okay, so I have a longbow, so I guess I haven't used that yet. So I'm gonna try. How do I roll with disadvantage?
Just roll twice, and we'll take the lower result.
A lower result? Okay.
Oh man, unfortunately the 20 would have hit, but the 13 does not, and since it's disadvantaged, we have to go with the 13. The arrow whizzes by and sticks into the cart and with a little sproing. And now you can go ahead and make a DC 10 con save to get the sand out of your eyes. That That does it. You're free. You can see again.
Let there be light.
Sorry.
Finn, the Sandman grabbed, I know it doesn't make sense, but he still is holding you, and he passed through the cart holding you above his head, and now he's on the other side of the cart as the gang is trying to catch up to you, and you're still grappled. It is your turn. What do you want to do?
I look at him, let me go, you... What the fuck are you? And I just, I cast Eldritch Blast in his face.
Okay. Let's do it. That hits.
With a force damage of 4. Second one is going to be...
11 does not hit, unfortunately.
Alrighty, and that's going to be my turn as I try to wiggle my way out of it. I look at everybody, and I'm just like, somebody get this dang off of me. I'm starting to feel sand in my boots.
Yeah, you do, and it's very uncomfortable, and as you're like asking like what the fuck this thing is, it laughs, and as it laughs, it's almost like its mouth is watering, but instead of water, it just lets out grains of sand that pour around you and begin to sort of pool on the already gray desert earth. Next up is going to be Sebastian.
All right, so Sebastian will not let this guy run off with his best buddy. So he hopped across the damaged cart about, where he can be within reach of the guy.
Yeah, we'll say you can get a route right there because the cart will count as difficult terrain to kind of climb over, so we'll say it gets you like right there.
Okay, perfect. I'm just gonna fire at him now.
Just gonna start blasting?
Yeah, I'm just gonna start blasting him. He's really starting to piss me off a little bit.
That's a good reaction, I think.
Yeah. All my good rolls are gone.
Do you still have inspiration? Because if not, I'd like to give it to you for going after Finn.
I do have heroic inspiration.
Okay, you can hold on to it if you want. I'm not asking you to use it yet. I just want to make sure I'm rewarding you appropriately for good roleplay. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna try again.
Okay, let's do it. Yep, that hits.
Okay, perfect. Don't worry, buddy. I'm gonna get you. Oh my god.
Oh, well, it's the thought that counts. Unfortunately, this time the bullet barely seems to graze him, as instead of taking 3 points of piercing damage, he takes 1. The sand immediately begins to close back up the wound. Anything else you want to do?
I want to grab onto Finn.
That will have to be on your next turn because that will count as an action.
Okay.
But hold on to that idea. The Sand King is up next, and he is going to reform some of his wounds and heal another 10 HP. He is going to continue just trying to sap Finn's energy. You can start to see how that tabaxi got the way that he is. And he is going to hit you with a 22. And you begin to feel more of your essence draining away, your eyes becoming more blackened, your skin becoming even paler than it already was. With a 9 points of piercing damage.
Oh my god.
And then 10 points of necrotic damage.
I'm knock on death's door.
You, and your maximum HP reduces by 10. Finn, you are just barely lying there. Sebastian, you are watching in horror as Finn is literally losing his soul in front of you, and it is feeding this ugly, gross, fat, selfish, disgusting beast imitating a man. Silas, you're next.
All right, I see this, and I'm going to run, and I'm going to jump onto the Sandman. Rapier sword first.
24 does hit. He is going to take 3 of that 7 damage.
Yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and use my second attack. Same with the rapier.
All right, he's going to take 4 of that piercing damage. You're just stabbing him. It's creating these wounds, and you're trying to continue to deal damage before it can heal. Mr. Henderson, you are next.
I shall walk up to him and thunderclap.
All right, let's do it. He will make that con save. Well, no, he's okay in con. Let's see. Oh, but the nat 1's not going to get him out, though.
Hey.
Yeah, you just clap in this thing's direction. You see bits of sand go flying off, and the sand tomb that Finn is being encased in kind of starts to fade away a little bit. But this thing is hardy. It is still doing great. Is there anything else you want to do?
No. I think that'll be fine.
Okay, Finn, we're back at the top of the order with you.
Let's see. I'm Eldritch Blast him again. Which is going to be 10 points of damage for the first one. Oh my god. Alright, well I missed the second one, I already know that.
Unfortunately, yeah, that does miss.
Alright, and that's my turn.
All right. Well, he's finally starting to look injured. Savannah, we're back over to you.
Can I move right here?
Yeah, you can move right there.
Can I still shoot my bow over there?
Yeah, I'll say so.
Okay. It's the longest range weapon I have.
I gotcha. No, unfortunately, that does miss. Once again, actually, as the arrow is about to make contact, it creates a hole, once again, like the little mites did, in its structure, and the arrow just whizzes right through.
Well, that's lame. I think I have 2 attacks. I'll just try again. That's better.
Look at you. Yeah, that hits. All right. Wow. Okay. Now, he is only supposed to take 5 of that, but you rolled max damage, so I'm just going to say he takes the full thing.
Why is he only taking partial damage?
Because the Sandman has resistance to bludgeoning, necrotic, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical attacks.
Gotcha. Okay.
Wish we had silvered weapons.
Yes, that's why I was asking Silas what he had. Anything else you want to do?
That's it.
All right, Sebastian, we're back over to you. Finn is knocking on death's door, like you said.
I have 2 attacks. Is that technically 2 actions, or is that just like can I grapple him away from the guy and also afterward shoot him?
Grapple is a part of the attack action, I think.
So the extra attack will give you an additional attack action. Grappling is part of an attack action, so I'm just going to say you can grapple him and make an additional attack.
I'm going to use all of my strength to pull him away from the Sand King.
Okay, you are going to have to make a DC 13 strength check or athletics check.
You know, Sebastian is not known for things like this, so I might have to use my inspiration on this one. Let's try this again, shall we?
Why is this guy so tough?
I know.
Because he's literally made of the desert.
Anybody got like water? Can we just like wash him away?
10, unfortunately, is not going to make it. You tried to like wrestle Finn out, but this thing is keeping its strength. It's like grasp on him and not letting him get pulled away. Do you want to go ahead and make another attack? You can try again, or you can just try and hurt this thing.
I'm gonna try and hurt it, real bad.
Okay, I'm nat 20. So go ahead and roll damage, and then we'll add the max damage. 11. All right.
I have a bonus action. I can cast Divine Smite.
Okay.
Which I can take immediately after hitting a target with a melee weapon or an unarmed strike, and it's going to add an extra 2d8 radiant damage to the attack.
Sure.
Is he fiend or undead?
Let me check. That's a good question.
Archdevil.
I'm going to count him as an undead.
Okay, so he's going to take 3d8 damage.
Oh, shit. You might. Okay. Let's see what you come up with.
Wait.
3.
Yeah. Fucking.
We've been there. It's okay.
Oh my God, Andrew. I need you to hear me when I say this because I want you to take this in, okay? Guess how much HP this thing had left?
8.
Exactly 8. And you rolled an 8. So, I want you to tell me what happens to this beast.
As Sebastian realizes he cannot rip Finn away, the anger and the hostility in him just takes over. His weapons are still glowing because he still has the channel divinity. And the bullet that ring out are like God-fearing divine redemption. Everything that hits this Sandman is like a bolt of lightning from heaven that just explodes him on contact because he just has no more rage than he ever has at the thought of an unnatural being ripping away Finn from him rather than life itself, which he is, since he knows, Finn is going to die at some point. He's okay with that. That's how that happens. Life happens. But he will not let this stupid idiot Sandman take him away before his time.
You don't see this since I'm not on camera, but I'm doing my little chest B and then peace sign toward you, brother.
Brother.
Sebastian, go ahead and regain that inspiration point that you spent as your shot rings out, and with all the fury of a betrayed friend, a close brother with a broken heart, of rage that Silas more than anyone else here can attest to, we see a faraway shot of a boom, and sand rains down, and it's the only kind of rain the Dustvale Frontier has seen in decades, as a shower of remains of this absolute monstrosity, all that's left of it, consumed by the Dustvale Frontier.
Of Swords and Spurs, game mastered by JT Fondren, featuring Alex Arndt as Mr. Henderson, Andrew Bloodworth as Sebastian Blackwell, Joshua Nix as Finran Shortfoot, Will Russell as Silas Rattlespur, Zara Morte as Savannah Black. Theme song composed by Ben Swiven. Cover art by Devi Simeon. Logo by Kakari Chi. Special thanks to Lady Tiefling, D10 Dimensions, and Galliant Knight Games for their loot tables. Music and sounds used under proper license. Be sure to find us on social media at Alto Loom and leave us a review.
Alto Loom, adventures too big for the table.